Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Cuason. I wanted to go ahead and do a tutorial so you would know exactly where to find everything. We will be using Clever. I will post on Edsby because it's required the objectives, so I will go over what's expected for the week in their learning. But the assignments will be through Clever. So I'm going to go ahead and do a tutorial and go over how to navigate through the different subjects. So let me go ahead and turn my camera around. So here is, I just went to clever.com and then it brings you right here. So I'm going to go ahead and type in one of the students so you can see an actual student account. Bear with me. So that would be their lunch number. Then you click for the password. It would be the lunch number with a lowercase s. And then sign in. Okay, so this takes you to the home screen of Clever. Always to go back to Clever, you can hit on the Clever. So where you're going to do most of your learning is going to be right here in the llama page. Up here are favorites. So if you wanted to access something faster, you can always click on the heart and it's going to move it up there. So let's go down. If you wanted to have Edsby at the top, you would just click on that heart and it'll leave it here, but it'll also move it to the top. iReady was already up there. Another good one would be Mayan right here, which is a virtual library. I didn't link that to anything. That's just something that I may refer you to where they can find books to read. They can also be read to them from the computer. Brain Pop Junior, we use that a lot in class. If you go through here instead of on the Llama site, this should automatically log you in. For some reason, the Llama site is not logging you in. But if you just go back to the home page and click on Brain Pop, you should be logged in and then you can do a search as to what you're looking for. We use it a lot for science. So if you were learning about plants, which that's our topic, you would just do a search for that, and usually there's a little video that they go over different things for them. And then if there's any others that you want to make a favorite, you can. Then when we go back to the top, they'll be right here at the top. So that's just a fast way to access them. But most of your learning is going to come here, so we'll click on the llama one. Then all these icons are going to open, and I have linked all of these to where you need to go. So if we were going to focus on our reading, we would click here on Read Alouds and Writing, and it's going to connect you to Wakelet. It should. And here, you're going to go down, and where the colored pencils are, that's the reading and writing area. I also have this page linked for science, and it'll bring you to the same page, but you'll click on science. But we're focusing on reading, so we'll click on reading. And then I'll scroll down. And I tried to outline in here what you would do throughout the week. So put a disclaimer. And here are the read alouds and reading comprehension. Now, if you didn't want to sit here and read this to your child, you can click on this little speaker and it will read it to your child. So it'll take it to another link and it'll read it to them. I don't know if I have my speaker on or not. Let me see. Okay, it's off. All right, so press play and it'll read it.
Read alouds and reading comprehension questions. Below are links for virtual read alouds. Ask your parents for permission.
So once you teach them how to do that, they should be able to navigate here on their own. So these are the questions that they need to think about while they're listening to the story. And here's the story. And here's another story. We're only doing 2 stories this week. Sorry, this is totally in the way. So here's where I outlined what they'll be doing. So Monday they'll retell the story, and I told you which story to do here. The first story will be used on Monday and Tuesday, and the second story will be used Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We will use both of them. Okay, so Monday's a retell. Tuesday, we're going to listen. If there's a problem, then there should be a solution. Or if there isn't a problem, then they can make a connection to the story. And I outlined that above, just so you know what I'm talking about. And then you can read on. Now, if there's a written response that they need to do, you have their writing books. If you came and met me, that they can write it in there. Then you go to Flipgrid and show me your work. So in Flipgrid, there's actually an icon right here, so you don't even have to leave this page. You just click right here, and it should take you straight to Flipgrid. See if it works. Okay, so then they'll put in their student number. Let's see, who did I use? And it should be with an S at the end. And, oh, this one, for some reason, it's not working with the S. I'm sorry. So we'll take the S off, and I don't know why I put the S in, but it's not working. So here is Flipgrid. So I made these different subject areas. So whenever they do have work, then you can go to those subject areas and you can present. Hold on, let me click on the llama so we could see more topics. Actually, right here where it says there's 12 topics, we'll click on there so we can open them up. So this was for reading. So we would go to reading, and then you would do your video there. And Amina did her work today, and she presented it on here, so I gave her a star. And anyone else that did it, it would be here as well. So I have those for reading and science and sight words and word families and math. And then there's other little things that I put down here, like if you want to go to a virtual field trip, if you need to have a dance break, or just focus on random act of kindness. I have that in social studies. A lot of us said hello here. Just a fun little thing so we can connect with each other. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to X out of Flipgrid. We're good with that. And it will take us right back to the screen. But we're done with reading. Let's say we're done, so then we can just X out. And maybe now we want to go and do daily 5. And daily 5 is where we do read to self, or they could read a book to you. So instead of having to buy leveled books, I found this really neat program. I've never used it before, but I've heard it's amazing. So everybody has their own little thing, but you have to click on this green rectangle right here, kids login, and it should be the same. I set the passwords all the same. So it should be your teacher's username. What's my new username? Let's see. It should have been your password, but let's see if this is. I tried to use the same with this as well. Well, I don't have my other papers with me to show you. So I'll send you a remind message to let you know what that link is. My other papers are in the other room. So once you put in my code here, then it's going to take you to a screen that has like little different shapes, and it has the student's name under it. So you'll click on that, and then that's where you log in. And then it looks like a video game. I really wish I could show it to you. And then you click on it, and then that's where they do their leveled readers there. Okay, I'm sorry I don't have that with me. It's in the other room. but I'll get it to you so you can figure it out. You don't need to do anything here. I'll give you the code and then the rest should be fine. So let's go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to be doing, hopefully tomorrow, today was a little busy, YouTube video teaching the sight words in the word family. So here we usually do like an introduction to the word family. So here they can click and it's going to take them right to Jack Hartman. And we're doing the OT word family, ought. So I didn't want to just put it in there that way. You can look for it. This is a really good one. It goes through a lot of different word families. You could do a search once you're in here. So the word family that we're learning, you would find it on Edsby. I listed it there, but it's the ought word family. So let's go back up. So we don't have time to just sit here. So at the top, let's just put the OT word family. You should be able to click in there. Ought. And there it goes. And click on there, and then they could get some ideas of different ought words. And I've outlined what they could do for word families throughout the week. We usually introduce it on Monday, Tuesdays. We build it, different things each day. So then once they do their little word family, they can get out of there. And let's say they need a brain break. They can go to music and movement, and this should take them to YouTube and take them straight to Go Noodle, where they can choose different activities to do for Go Noodle. So they can get up and get their blood flowing, get them ready to focus again. Then we can X out of there, and it'll take us right back to Clever again. So math gets to be a little tricky, but that's why I met you, and you have your math workbooks, so it will be a lot easier. So I'll probably do another tab in Wakelet that is for math, and I'll go over the actual page that they need to do for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Here, it's supposed to take you to the Pearson site, but it's not. That's why it's really frustrating, and I wanted you to have your books. This little cute guy here takes you to YouTube, and it takes you to math songs. I usually do that before we start the actual lesson, just to get the brain thinking about the topic. And we are focusing on shapes right now. We're going to start with two-dimensional. And then we're going to move on. Like I said, I have this brain pop here, but it doesn't really link you properly because it's asking for the password and stuff. But if you go back to Clever up here, always click that. It takes you home. If you go to this brain pop on the home page, it should take you straight into Brain Pop Junior. I put it in the favorites. That's why it's at the top. It doesn't. Okay. Good. So it logs you in automatically through here. And then you can choose. There's a whole bunch of different things. And the kids love it. So then, but that's the only way you're going to get through it is at the Clever homepage to go through the Brain Pop Junior. All right, let's go back to our class. And science, like I told you, it looks the same. It's Wakelet, so it's going to take you there. You're going to click on the beakers for science. And we are learning about plants. So I put a disclaimer. Sorry, these ads are coming up here. There we go. We have some Jack Hartman that's about plants. There's some YouTube videos to get them thinking about plants. These little things keep popping up. And then there's some read alouds. So here I outlined what they're supposed to do on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for this week. And then if they have any work, Like here on Friday, I want them to share on Flipgrid. Now, I did not put a direct link on this one for Flipgrid. If you see that that's helpful, then I could go back and add it. But these are the read alouds, the tiny seed and the bad seed. Okay, and so that's science. And then we X out of it, and it takes us back to our page. Art, it just is going to link you to YouTube. And if they want to do some art, there's a really awesome guy here that does step-by-step. They can choose what they want to draw, and they can draw it along with him. And usually one of his kids does it along with you as well. It's really cool. And this is for field trips. And then here's the link for Flipgrid over here. So I hope this helped you out. Of course, iReady is here. They do need to do iReady 20 to 30 minutes for reading, 20 to 30 minutes for math, each week. So that's iReady. And hopefully this was helpful for you. And then we'll go back home. Remember, you always hit Clever and it takes you home. And you can always find other things down below. If you have any questions, then just give me a message and I'll do my best to help you out. I know it's a stressful time, but we're going to work through it. We've got this. All right. Have a good night. Good luck. Bye.